Jedi Fallen Order, a game we know virtually nothing about. So naturally I decided to make a video on it. This is a game made by Respawn Entertainment, the same people that made Apex Legends, which is probably what they're most known for, but honestly they have been around for quite a while. They started Infinity Ward, and they're basically the engineers behind the golden era of Call of Duty. They're the ones that developed Modern Warfare and all the innovations that came with that game that not only affected Call of Duty as a genre, but shooting games in general. This means that they're pretty good at making stories, and they really know how to make quality gameplay. We know this from Apex Legends. They have fantastic gameplay. The guns all feel amazing, but the difference between a game like Titanfall, Apex Legends, or Call of Duty is that a Star Wars game like this is mainly about story. This is about melee combat. This is about many other things. Now, obviously, we don't know all the details. We don't know necessarily if this is even going to be an open world game. It could be something kind of like Uncharted. I'm not saying that this is the game that Amy Hennig was working on. That's a completely different game. But could it be like kind of that semi-open world, like big explorable maps, but not necessarily open world? It could be. We don't know. We know pretty much nothing about this, but I would love to speculate on what we do know. And what we do know is this is going to be about the fallen Jedi. Now, that can mean a couple of different things. Is this a Jedi that survived Order 66 and is running from Vader and is kind of a survivor? Could be. Or is this a Jedi and, the name Fallen Order? Could this be a Jedi that fell to the dark side after Order 66? Kind of like a gray Jedi, very similar to the Force Unleashed. That would be another interesting thing. I feel like, with Starkiller being removed from canon, this would be a kind of a cool way to replace that, because the Force Unleashed, the story, especially in the first game, is really good. The second one wasn't very good in my opinion, but the first one had a fantastic story, and I would love to see that kind of perspective brought in, that kind of gray Jedi, that middle ground. We get that a little bit with Ahsoka in Rebels, but ultimately she's on the light side. She's not a dark side user. I'm talking a dark side user who's really strong with the Force, but does it for good reasons. That would be interesting. Whether they're trained by Vader or not, I don't know. Maybe it could have to do with, maybe it's Darth Maul's apprentice. Who knows? I think that would be an awesome idea. It'd be something extremely interesting to explore. Now, there is the speculation of what era this takes place. Obviously, we know this takes place between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope. Now, does this take place later in that era, more towards New Hope, or does this take place earlier? I feel like, with Rogue One and Rebels, we kind of see that era before A New Hope, where the Empire is formed and, everything's kind of in place already. You have Imperial ships and everything's already developed with the Empire. But what about that era just after Revenge of the Sith? I feel like we don't have any real media on that, what that really looks like, at least common media. Like games, movies, etc. There's comic books and other things out there that do show this era, but what about that era of the Jedi being hunted down? Maybe Vader has a secret apprentice. This game is going to be canon, so I would love to see that era that's just not very explored. I think that would be great. I do think Respawn will do a good job of telling a good story. It is going to be a canon story, so it better be good, basically. We don't want to see another, Star Wars Battlefront 2 campaign. Don't want to see that. I want a good story. I would like an open world, or I guess this would be open space, because you would want to travel to different planets. It's not unreasonable to have your own ship and be able to, go planet to planet. I don't know if they want to make it to where, you have to fly off of the surface of one planet to another one. That would be a pretty massive project. I feel like you could have the kind of near space around that planet and then light speed to another one as kind of like a fast travel type of thing. So that way you still have the outer space stuff, things you can explore around planets. But you're not like, it's not like Red Dead where you're riding a horse for actual real world hour from one place to another. That's a bit much. Especially in a Star Wars game, you have light speed. Might as well take advantage of it as like a fast travel type of thing. Maybe you'll have the freedom to do either or. Who knows? This is all speculation. We don't know any of this for real. But, you know, let me know down below what you guys think. Let me know, what do you think the game is going to be about? What era do you think it's going to take place in? Do you trust Respawn? Do you trust EA? There's a lot of reason not to trust EA. Will this game fulfill its potential? Will the story be good? I want to know these things. Let me know your opinion down below. I'm very excited for E3. I do have optimistic feelings about this game. I trust Respawn. I don't trust EA, but I do trust Respawn. And I'm really excited. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next video. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Thumbs down if you did not. And hit that subscribe button if you're awesome. And I will see you guys in the next one.